The United States and Bosnia and Herzegovina face off in the round of 32 with a single goal to keep dreaming of the World Cup. From now on, there's no room for error, no second chances, and no ties. The winner will move on to the round of 16, while the loser will bring their participation in the championship to an end. And even though the United States is the favorite since they're practically playing at home, watch out for Bosnia. The Balkan team arrives without pressure, full of confidence, and knowing they could become one of the big surprises of these qualifiers. So let's get straight to what many of you are looking for. What time is the United States versus Bosnia and Herzegovina game? In Spain, the match will start at 2 o'clock in the morning. In Portugal, it will start at 1 o'clock in the United States since the match will be played in Santa Clara, California. These will be the schedules. West Coast, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, Denver, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Dallas, Houston, Chicago, 7 o'clock p.m. East Coast, New York, Miami, Washington, 8 o'clock p.m. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, the match will start at 2 o'clock a.m. in Mexico. The ball will start rolling at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. In Canada, Toronto and Montreal will be able to watch it from 8 o'clock p.m., Winnipeg from 7 o'clock p.m., Calgary and Edmonton from 6 o'clock p.m., and Vancouver from 5 o'clock p.m. In Argentina, Uruguay and Brazil, the match will start at 9 o'clock p.m. In Chile, Paraguay, Bolivia and Venezuela, it will be at 8 o'clock p.m. In Colombia, Peru and Ecuador, it will start at 7 o'clock p.m. In Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, it will start at 6 o'clock p.m. And in Panama, the kickoff will be at 7 o'clock p.m. So now you know, set your clocks right because this promises to be one of the most evenly matched round of 16 matchups. The United States wants to take advantage of playing at home to keep advancing, while Bosnia is looking to write one of the most important chapters in its history. And now, here we go. Let's move on to one of the most important parts of this video. Where can you watch the United States versus Bosnia and Herzegovina live? Let's start with the United States, where the match can be watched in English on Fox, while it will be broadcast in Spanish on Telemundo. In addition, it will also be available on the Fox Sports app, Fox One, Peacock, and Fubo. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, the match can be watched on VHR-BHRT, the country's public television, in addition to the official platforms with international broadcasting rights. In Spain, the match will be available completely free to air on La One of Televisión Española, as well as on RTVE Play, and also on DAZN, which continues to offer all the matches of the World Cup. In Portugal, the broadcast will be handled by Sport TV. In Mexico, the match can be watched on Canal 5 Las Estrellas Tupide and the ViX platform. In Canada, the broadcast will be on TSN, CTV, and RDS. In South America, the main signal will be D Sports and GDGO, as well as the national networks of each country. Argentina, Telefe, Thai Sports, D Sports, and DGO. Chile, Chilevisión, D Sports, and DGO. Colombia, Caracol Televisión, RCN, D Sports, and DGO. Peru, América Televisión, D Sports, and DGO. Ecuador, Teleamazonas, D Sports, and DGO. Venezuela, Televen, D Sports, and DGO. Bolivia, Red Uno Unitel, D Sports, and DGO. Paraguay, Tigo Sports, D Sports, and DGO. Brazil, TV Globo, Sport TV, and KCTV. And if you're following us from Central America, take note. Costa Rica, Teletica, Guatemala, Chapin TV, El Salvador, TCS. Honduras, Televicentro, Nicaragua, Canal 10 Panama, RPC TV, and TVN. So now you know it doesn't matter from which part of the world you're watching us, because you're going to be able to enjoy a match that promises a lot of intensity. The United States wants to prove that it's ready to fight for something big in its own World Cup, while Bosnia and Herzegovina dreams of causing one of the biggest upsets in this round of 32. Now it's time to analyze how the United States is coming into this, who their key players are, how Bosnia is facing this historic challenge, and what the tactical keys might be in a knockout round that could be decided by small details. Once we've gone over the schedules and TV channels, let's get to what really matters. How the United States is coming into this knockout round against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The U.S. national team comes in with a powerful mix of excitement, pressure, and responsibility. Because playing a World Cup at home is no small thing. Every match feels like a final. Every play carries twice the weight. And every result can completely change the atmosphere around the team. The United States knows it has a historic opportunity. It doesn't just want to compete, it wants to prove that it's ready to take a definitive leap in world soccer. The team comes into this round of 32 with confidence, with the support of its people, and with several players in a very interesting moment. The key factor is speed. The United States is a team that can be very dangerous when it manages to steal the ball and counterattack. That's when key players step up. Christian Pulisic, the great leader of the team, the player who makes a difference when he gets the ball near the box. Gio Reyna, capable of slowing down the play. He provides the final pass and creativity between the lines. Weston McKennie, very important for his physical presence, late runs into the box, and ability to win duels. And Folarin Balogun, a focal point up front who can punish any defensive mistake by Bosnia. But the United States can't get overconfident, because in a knockout match, playing at home can also become a burden. If the match stalls, if the minutes tick by and no goal comes, anxiety can start to appear. That's why the team needs patience, needs to attack without losing its shape, needs to take advantage of the crowd's energy, but without losing their heads. And above all, they need to avoid losing the ball in dangerous areas. Bosnia is a team that can struggle without the ball, but they have enough quality to punish any mistake. A set piece, a counter-attack, an isolated play, and the game can change completely. The United States is the favorite, yes, but these kinds of matches aren't won just by being the favorite. You win them by fighting for every duel, every 50-50 ball, and every minute as if it were the last. And if the United States team wants to keep dreaming big in their World Cup, they'll have to show they're ready to handle the pressure of a do-or-die knockout match. And on the other side, there will be a Bosnia and Herzegovina team coming into this knockout round with a very dangerous mentality for the United States. They have absolutely nothing to lose. While all the media attention is focused on the host United States team, Bosnia is coming from a completely different place. Less pressure, less noise, less obligation, but with a huge sense of hope, and that in a knockout round can be extremely dangerous. Because when a team plays freely, when they know that no one sees them as the favorite, and when they feel that everything they achieve will be historic, they can become a tremendously tough opponent. Bosnia is a team that can do a lot of damage if they manage to keep the match alive for many minutes. Their goal will be, of course, to withstand the strong start from the United States, cool down the atmosphere in the stadium, and take the match to a high-tension situation. Because the longer the match goes on with the score tied, the more pressure the United States team will feel. And that's where Bosnia can grow into the game. From a footballing standpoint, Bosnia has players with the quality to compete. They must stay organized defensively, close inside spaces, and stop Pulisic and Reyna from getting the ball with time to turn. Giving them space could cause real trouble, especially if they manage to keep their lines tight and force the United States to attack in a static way. The match could get quite complicated for the hosts. The key for Bosnia will be to take advantage of their moments. They won't have as many chances, as much possession, or the crowd behind them like the United States. But they might have 2 or 3 clear chances during the match, and in a knockout stage, that could be enough. Set pieces will also be crucial. In these kinds of knockout matches, where nerves matter and every detail counts, a free kick from the side or a corner can change everything. That's why the United States will have to be very alert, because Bosnia doesn't need to dominate to cause damage. They need to compete, they need to resist, and they need to believe. If they hold out early, quiet the stadium, and keep the match alive until the last half hour, the pressure could shift to the other side. The United States is playing at home and is expected to win. Bosnia is playing with the opportunity to make history.